This one looks a lot of fun on the screen that I'm looking at right now. This is 153-5. She sells as lot 28. She's a Dirty South, Dirty Secret, bred to Absolute due June 23rd. She's actually a maternal sister to lot 29. That's a Goosebumps. This one's a Dirty South. Around here, this one's always been the Geyer sow or the Geyer gilt. They showed her there in the summer of 2020, the COVID year that we had the one junior show, national junior show there in Des Moines. She was, I believe, third in her division. That was the year Carol won there in Des Moines, and this one was very successful for the Geyer girls on their jackpot circuit in Illinois. And still today, I still think this one's so impressive, especially for the way that she's bred. You know, Dirty South was not one of those boars that you would consider bulky or stout from a body shape standpoint, but this sow has extra good rib shape for the way that she's bred, and she's just dense, stout, and heavy duty at really every indicator. She's got a great big rear leg. She's got a big stout skull. Her tail's big. Her forearm's huge, and everything reads stout with this one. I would point your attention to a very impressive daughter that sells in the bred gilt section is lot 103. That bred gilt's bred to Waspy, and I think that's an incredible gilt. And I can tell you, her sister just farrowed actually today as I talk you through this. She farrowed today and did a great job in the crate, and that gives me a lot of faith there in lot 103. So this is a neat sow. There's a couple very, very neat all in the family gilts out of her at the Slap Barn that I'm excited about working with. And you know, I've already touched on the Who Made Who's, and I know we've got a Crickets. She's been good. She'll continue to be good, and she's bred to Absolute.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those sows that you kind of once you see her once, you don't really ever forget her. Her skull, her bone, and then on top of that, just her build and her rib shape. All that stuff is very, very hard to replicate and very hard to mass produce. And this sow, you know, she looked like that as a show gilt, and she really didn't change much as she progressed into the sow. She's always been that heavy structured, and she's generated it too. And the way that we've got her bred here, bred to Absolute, again, I've talked a lot about them from 50 pounds till now. That's been as round-bodied and broad-backed of one that we've had. And, man, I think this is just setting you up for ultimate success here. An incredibly heavy structured sow that generates incredibly well. I can promise you Jesse is hoarded about every daughter we have out of her. There's a lot of them running around, or there will be eventually coming all the way up through the ranks here, and it's not really a surprise or anything like that. And again, I think bred to Absolute here, you're set up for success. Incredible sow, bred to an awesome boar. I think big league here.
You know, I think she looks impressive on screen, and I know she took a good picture. Make plans to join us on the hill. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And I think this one in particular will impress the heck out of you. 153.5. She sells as lot 28. She's a Dirty South, Dirty Secret, bred to Absolute, and due June 23rd.